Hiya, and welcome back to Homecoming Morenatsu Revisited. The game that teaches us that it's spooky story time. Anyways, let's just hop right in. It's a good kind of scream. I don't know, I just kind of want to scream right now, but I'm not going to. I don't know how to respond to that. The Enthusiastic Bookworm. Legend says that there was once a girl who loved books so much, she never left the library. One day, though, she died in a freak accident when a bookshelf collapsed on top of her, crushing her beneath the weight of the books she loved so much. I thought this was a fucking elementary school. Oh, hiya, Raj. Are you doing okay? I thought this was an elementary school. Rumor has that if you come to this library at night, you can find a young girl with blackened eyes reading a book in the corner. She will pretend to not see you, but if you call out to her or approach you, she will turn and stare at you with a dead look. Some say those black eyes steal your soul if you gaze into them long enough. The moment you blink, she will disappear. We continue on a bit in silence before we reach the doors to the library. Huh? I shrug my shoulders. I guess it's locked.
Is there a key we could use?
Hold on a sec. Remember there being another door into the library. Run around the corner to check. Crap!
Doesn't look like there's much we can do then.
I let out a big sigh. I press the camera up to the door's glass window and take a picture. We're gonna have a hard time convincing Konosuke to give us points for that one.
Aww.
I wave for Shun to follow me. The next stop is the science room. The living mannequin. I feel a cold shiver run down my spine. If there's one thing that does freak me out, it's stuff that tries too hard to look alive. I think they call that the uncanny valley. In the science room, there is a very old mannequin that makes the worst creaking noise in the world when it moves even slightly. When we were younger, we heard rumors from the older students that it would come to life at night and wander around the school, looking for children to eat. The jaw would unhinge and the holes where its eyes were supposed to be would glow as it grabs you, lulling you into a false sense of security before it bites your head clean off. I touched it once in the 5th grade. The way the flesh moved in response still disturbs me to this day. Yeesh, before I moved to Osaka, I heard there was a kid that did the same thing, only for the arm to fall off and start crawling after him. Needless to say, this is probably the one room in the school you don't want to be in at night. We don't have to walk far since the science room is only a few doors down from the library.
What's wrong?
That mannequin. I recall the horrific visage from my memory. Before I turn the knob, I pull back my hand and start talking to Shun instead. I'll say that maybe we should skip this one.
Really?
What? You don't remember that freaky mannequin in there?
Are you scared, hero? Here I thought Torihiko was a scaredy cat.
I feel my cheeks turn red at his teasing. He's right. I'm disappointed in myself. I can do this!
They threw that thing away not long after you left.
Huh?
You remember how old it was? It was literally falling apart.
I scratch behind my head again. I guess it makes sense, yes. In that case, there's no reason to skip it. In your face, Konosuke! Aw. Without the creepy mannequin, all that remains is a smelly classroom. Alright, let's get this picture.
Bunsha!
Bunsho! Oh, shit! We quickly retreat and slam the door shut.
I can't believe this!
Not only is that mannequin still here, but they placed it so it's the first thing you see when you open the door. I thought you said they got rid of it. Completely lost in panic, I grab Shun by the shoulders and violently shake him.
I thought they did!
Hi, welcome.
Ugh. My eyes are spinning.
Suddenly, I snap back to reality. Next thing I know, Shun's collapsing on the floor. Oh. Shun, get a hold of yourself! I put both of my hands behind my head, trying to act casual.
Ugh. No, why are you trying to kill me?
What are you talking about?
Ugh.
Turn around and look back towards the science room. With the illumination from my flashlight, I can see the silhouette of the mannequin standing near the door. Mustering up what little courage I have left, I slowly approach. The monstrosity stares down at me as I peek in. There's nothing to be afraid of! I gently start moving into the room, careful to stay facing the mannequin at all times. Nothing at all! I trip on a chair, letting out a small yelp. Not wanting this to be the way I die, I shine my flashlight directly at the creature's face. Wait a minute!
Here, are you okay?
My flashlight reflects off its fake skin. I don't recognize this mannequin at all. They got a new one, Shun. Come, look.
What?
It all makes sense now. Shun was right earlier. They probably threw out the old one and bought a new mannequin. Feel the tenseness fall from my shoulders as I relax. This new one has such a goofy look on its face. It's hard to be scared of it. Shun carefully walks into the room and finds his way by my side.
So you're saying...
I smile at him and nod. Yup.
I knew I remember that right. This one even looks friendly.
Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot to take a picture of it.
Alright, that makes 3. What time is it?
Shun pulls out a small watch from his pocket. Gah! It's almost been an hour. We need to get back. Crap. Shun and I quickly regain our senses and rush out the door. We run back to the school entryway as fast as we can. I think my heart stopped for a second.
No sign of the others.
I guess we beat them back.
Yep.
I nod and smile. Well, looks like we've got some time. My mind has been on something all night. Other than the game, of course. I wanted to ask you something, Shun.
Eh?
Why'd you say yes to Konosuke about this? It's cutting it kind of close to your new curfew, isn't it?
I suppose it is, yeah.
He seems to trail off in thought.
I needed to do this, Hero.
Huh?
I need to get away from them for a while.
Wait, what do you mean? The small wolf starts to tremble beneath his hoodie.
My family, my grandpa.
Responsibilities Shun has now really seem to be taking their toll on him.
I just wanted to be around my friends tonight.
I walk over and embrace him.
Ugh.
It's alright, Shun. I'm here for you.
Hiroyuki.
It kills me to see my childhood friend like this. I wish I was better with this kind of stuff. All I can do is hold him tighter. Eventually, he gives in and hugs me back. Shun, whatever it is, let me help you.
Hero, I'm...
Yeah! We're here! How could you lose track of time like that, Konosuke? We're interrupted when our two friends come running around the corner. Huh? Ugh. We didn't interrupt anything important, did we? One look at my face and they seem to get the message. Did something happen? Are you guys alright? We're fine. Shun got a little scared is all. Oh, is that so? Not so tough now, are you, Pipsqueak? Tora! What? I swear, if I had Juichi's knowledge of judo right now. Lay off, Tora. Don't try to act like you weren't scared the whole time, either. Konosuke! We're supposed to be a team, remember? Whatever. Some partner you turned out to be. You're lucky the feeling in my arm is starting to come back. Don't tell him that! We've got what we came here for. Let's get the hell out of here. Still scared, I see. Kree. Konosuke runs behind me and hides. I will defend you with my life. Super Nishimura Shield activate!
Please stop. All the noise you're making, we're definitely going to attract spirits.
Don't worry, Shun, we're just playing around. Ah, an opening! Konosuke's negligence creates a gap, allowing Tora to move in and push me aside. Ow! Hey, watch it! Suddenly, Konosuke is held in a tight headlock as Tora rubs a fist into his head. Thanks for the help, pipsqueak!
Eh.
You okay, Yuki? Come on, man. Try it again. There's no way out now, Konosuke. Konosuke manages to break free for a moment and stomps on Tora's toe. I don't think so! There's still one more shield. My toe! Konosuke leaps behind Shun and holds him in place.
Huh?
Now that Shun is a shield, a standoff between Konosuke and Torihiko begins. That's enough, you two! Don't drag Shun into this. Okay, fine. Sorry, Shun.
Ugh.
With the situation diffused, we walk out the front door and begin the journey home. Aw, man, no Nanafuse. After a short while, we reach the crossroads where we used to say goodbye to each other after school. Alright, I guess this is it. Yup. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's meet in front of the candy store so we can check out the pictures, okay? Sounds like a plan to me. Ah! I can't wait to get these photos printed! Go jump off a cliff. See you tomorrow, Hiro and Shun.
In spite of everything, I had a great time. Thanks for the fun, guys. See you tomorrow.
See everyone later. Everyone starts heading off in different directions. Everyone except... Shun walks slowly up the road, staring at the ground the whole time. Doesn't take much for me to catch up with him. Hey, Shun.
Oh, Hiro? Did you forget something?
He stares at me intently. He doesn't seem to back away like I thought he would. He just stands there, almost as if he's expecting something. You're about to tell me something in there. I scratch behind my head. I just wanted to say, whatever you're going through at home and with the family, I'm here for you.
Thanks, Hiroyuki. I'm fine now. It must have been the atmosphere or something.
Oh.
I'm being trained as the successor to the Kodori clan for when Grandpa dies.
He lets out a long sigh.
It means I'm going to have less and less time to spend with everyone until eventually.
The silence tells me everything that needs to be said.
Thanks for listening. It was nice to know someone heard me. Even if it was just a little bit.
No problem, Shun.
So...
Another awkward pause serves to put more distance between him and I.
I guess I'll see you later then.
Yeah, see you later, Shun. With that, Shun waves me off as I walk in the opposite direction. Looking back, I see he's pulled out his game system and is clicking away mercilessly at it. His figure, though, seems slumped over more than usual. Huh. I hope he's doing alright. He seemed unusually tense tonight. Something tells me that wasn't all he wanted to say. Yeah, probably. I'm actually going to read this scene. Taro's mom stands at the front counter talking to Pops. Poor Mrs. Tono. Looks like she's trying to order something special for us. I should probably help her out when I get the chance. Can we make it just a little bit then? Geez, I wonder if she can actually afford something like this. Kyouji claps his hands together and calls out to the others who are already here. Good news, everyone! Hiroyuki managed to make it! I rub behind my right ear while my tail swishes gently. Well, thanks for coming, Mr. Nishimura. Juichi nods his head at me. Nishimura. Couldn't resist having lunch today, could you? And Shin cuts in too with his biting sarcasm. Hey guys, it's good to see everyone again. Don't just stand there, Hiroyuki. Take a seat. Oh, right. Who should I sit with? Look around, it's kind of strange there's so few of us right now. Maybe I'll ask Kyouji? In an unusual twist, Kyouji is sitting alone keeping an eye on Mrs. Tono while everyone else mingles. Hey, Kyouji. Ah, did you want to sit by me? Go ahead. He pulls out a seat next to him and invites me over. I graciously bow to him. This is a nice little get-together. Who's all showing up? He pauses for a moment, wondering what to say. It's no big deal. I know our schedules don't match up today. Mrs. Tono really wanted to celebrate our victory, though, so I did my best inviting our friends. Tatsuki's busy with work. He doesn't get off until late in the afternoon, so I completely understand his situation. Plus, he wouldn't be able to resist the temptation to drink. I feel a bead of sweat form near my forehead. Yeah, it's probably for the best Tatsuki sits this one out. Torihiko's assisting his father this morning, and the Kodoris are having a family meeting right now, so Shun can't make it. Last I heard, Konosuke was making a special trip out to Kazanari. I think it was to develop pictures for something. Yeah, I think I know what for. Tora, Shun, and I went ghost hunting with him last night. Really? That's unexpectedly brave of you, Hiroyuki. Hey, it's all fun and games, right? Huh. Don't make that face, Hiroyuki. It's not a problem. Still, it would have been nice to get everyone together again. You say, where's Kuya? He has work in Kazanari. I'm not surprised he couldn't make it, but I invited him anyway. Hey, don't talk about me like that. I'm standing right here. Eerily, right on cue, Kuya walks around the corner to the restaurant to greet us. Kuya! You made it! Mr. Atsuki! Thanks for coming. I had to pull a few strings to do this, but here I am. Yo, Kuya! Yo, Hiroyuki! Congratulations on the win, by the way, Kyouji. Sorry I couldn't see it. That's not a problem. You can't help it if you have work. Yeah. Still hesitant to talk about the job, I see. Oh! I see more of you have shown up! Mrs. Tono joins the rest of us while carrying a stack of menus. Man, is she always this stressed out? Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. She shakes slightly while placing the menus on a table near our group. It's nice to see Sotro's made so many friends here. Practically covering her face, she takes a seat close to me and Kyouji. Are you alright, Mrs. Tono? I just didn't expect so many of you. I'm feeling kind of bad about this now. I remember Kyouji mentioning a while ago that Taru's family isn't particularly well off. Hiroyuki? Hiro. This is a situation where you probably should not say anything. Just keep your mouth shut. This is probably going to cost him a lot of money. Maybe I'll offer to pay for my meal. I'm sorry, Mrs. Tono. I'm more than happy to pay for myself. I'm glad to be here supporting my friends. Without warning, I hear a loud sound under the table. She looks up at me, face strangely serious after the way she's been acting. Nonsense, I'll never expect such a thing from you. This is a party. Don't hold back. She stands up again and addresses the rest of the group. Everyone, please feel free to order whatever you'd like on the menu. It's my treat. Then she starts walking towards the bathroom. Jeez. I mean, I get what she's trying to do, but that doesn't make me feel any better. This isn't going to be a problem, is it? Don't worry about it. She's been this way for as long as I've known her. It has been easy for Taro and his mom after Mrs. Tono died. After Mr. Tono died, the two of us are talking in a low whisper. Yeah, he told me about everything. Kyouji looks at me in surprise. I nod as if confirming it to him. Taro mentioned people constantly knocking. Let's not discuss it here. He claps his hands together and yells it to everyone. You heard Mrs. Tono! Don't hold back! Let's enjoy the party! I smile at Kyouji as I look down at the open menu in front of me. I'll just order something simple today. There's no need to have anything extravagant after all. Well, it looks like everyone's finished eating. Feels just like my welcoming party. There's probably a good chance to sit down with someone and talk to them some more. Kyouji. I decide to remain seated. It makes no sense in moving tables randomly, especially since Kyouji only just left the table. The dog leans over the table where Taro and his mother are seated. The two lions picking out their lunch and laughing at something Kyouji said. After a few minutes, he adjusts the collar on his shirt, giving a slight smile. Clearly, he's getting more compliments about scoring the winning goal yesterday. I lean my head back into the booth and tap my claws against the ceramic mug, fidgeting in mild boredom. My ears flick as I manage to catch a bit of the conversation taking place nearby. You don't think it's weird, right? I mean, honey is good on just about everything. It's only because fad diets are so popular these days. My glance shifts over at Kyouji and Shin just in time to see the bear's face become a slight shade of red. He looks slightly to the side and nods. I don't know what the big deal is with having a few extra kilograms. Do people really find being skinny attractive? I blink as I hear his question, but before I can process it, I see Shin's expression change. Not that you're not attractive. I mean, you're still handsome, and... Juichi's rambling is cut off as Shin takes a loud sip of tea. Yes, honey is quite wonderful in all situations. Ooh, ouch. My attention shifts away from the awkward scene as I hear footsteps approaching. Sorry about that, Hiroyuki. I smile as my eyes meet Kyouji's, shaking my head in amusement. He smiles back, groaning slightly as he settles back down into the booth. I get the cheapest order I can find, yet the portions are still massive somehow. Though I suppose that's a good thing. I chuckle, once again tapping my claws against my mug. You didn't want to stay and talk with Taro? Kyouji suddenly grins at me, leaning in close and placing a hand next to his mouth. You sure move quickly, Hiroyuki. I stare blankly at Kyouji, confusion washing over me like a tsunami. The dog's grin widens. Are you trying to win his heart by using an affectionate nickname? As the meaning of his words hits me, I feel my cheeks go hot. No, I don't. My friend gives a soft chuckle before shaking his head. Relax, Hiroyuki, I'm joking. Doing my best I can to compose myself, I give Kyouji a good-natured glare. That was mean. After a few moments of my sulking, Kyouji gives me a warm smile. He glances over his shoulder towards Taro and his mother. Well, I figure Mrs. Tono would appreciate him staying with her for now. Besides, Kyouji turns back to me and folds his hands neatly on the countertop, his usual soft but confident smile on full display. Someone might think you were trying to play the cool loner. I frown, scratching the back of my head. Aw, come on, I can... Nope. I'm interrupted as Kuya walks past us, and as I look up at him, I can see the smirk on his face. Or I can protest he's already gone, heading to the bathroom. As I facepalm, Kyouji just keeps smiling at me. I do believe the social butterfly look suits you better. I glance up at him through my fingers, hiding my own smile behind my hand. Do I get extra points for being friends with the captain of the Kazunari High soccer team? Kyouji laughs and scoops a bottle of soy sauce from the condiment rack with his fingertips, tracing the smooth glass with a thumb. Trust me, it's not really all that glamorous. Lowering my hands, I tap my claws on the table. Well, it might help with my image in Osaka, at the very least. I'm unable to stop my eyes from widening as I emphasize. How long has it been since I've been to the mall myself, let alone with somebody else back in Osaka? Not exactly Mr. Popularity, or at least that's what the universe has been telling me for the past 5 years. How fun. On that note, I blink as Kyouji pauses. He looks down at the table, a large grin on his face. At the risk of sounding like a certain Tanuki, I'd like to hear about how life in Osaka has been for you. I breathe a heavy sigh. Of course this question would come up, but I never expected Kyouji to be the one asking me. My whiskers twitch as I think of anything that could be remotely interesting to talk about a city so empty. There's not much to tell if I'm being honest. Kyouji leans forward so he can hear me better, resting his chin on curled fists. He looks just like a chess player watching his opponent. Come now, Hiroyuki, a city that big must have something for you in it, right? I give Kyouji a nonchalant shrug and stare blankly at him. I basically just go to school, come home, and repeat. I don't really have any friends there to do anything with. The smile fades from Kyoji's face, his index finger jutting outward and joining. He taps his nose as if he were searching for his words. That doesn't seem like you, Hiroyuki. Is something wrong? I scoff and lean forward in my seat, dropping my voice just a bit. Have you seen how people drive in Osaka? Kyoji's eyes waver from mine for just a moment, obviously taken aback by my question. Well, I've heard rumors. Now, imagine that as a personality. Ah! The dog hides his face behind his hands, attempting to stifle his laugh before he responds. Well, I guess I can skip my next question regarding the girls there. I stare back at Kyouji with a blank expression on my face, causing a smile to fade. Sorry, Hiroyuki, I assumed you were trying to be discreet the other day. Say no more. As I give a quiet nod, I try not to think about the girls at my school in Osaka. Some of them can be downright... I jolt in surprise as the thought crosses my mind. Ducking my head, I cast a quick glance around the restaurant. I'd rather not have to pick my teeth up off the floor on the off chance a certain someone happens to walk in. Speaking of girls, when are you going to warn me about your ex? An uncomfortable smile comes to Kyoji's face. I guess I was hoping you'd forget about that. With a shake of my head, I continue to stare at him. Nope, I think almost beaten to a pulp earns me the right to some details. Kyoji sighs heavily and glances away from me, one hand absently scratching at his ear. Well, to be honest, a part of me wants to know how serious they were, but that would be rude of me to ask. Like, how did you two meet? Kyoji continues to avoid eye contact with me, giving another heavy sigh. Well, she just happened to... She asked me out at school one day. I nod, though in my mind I'm struggling to imagine it. Does Sayu even know how to blush? As if sensing my thoughts, Kyouji continues on quickly, and she was quite forward about it. As a matter of fact, I think she may have been following a script she had planned earlier. Oh god, are we going to watch it? It was a Monday, so I'm assuming she had planned it out over the weekend. She caught up to me at the end of the day before practice. Takahara, do you have any plans for this weekend, I mean? And no, ma'am, is this to do with Mr. Ito's greenhouse project? I can bring the team Saturday morning. No, it's nothing like that. The cinema is showing half-price films on Saturday. I was hoping that we could maybe go together. It dawned on me that she was asking me out on a date. I was surprised to say the very least. This seems pretty sudden. Not that I'm declining, just... I understand, Kyouji. It just would be nice to have someone to talk to. And so I went. I'd never had any personal interactions with her before that point, so I didn't know what to expect, but... Wow, I can see the wire! Wires are the most important part of Kung Fu, you know. She was a lot more fun than I expected, a far cry from the girl I'd see marching through the school every morning. I had a lot of fun today, Kyouji. Do you think we could do this more often? Just you and me, I mean. And so we became a couple. Of course, we didn't actually call ourselves such a thing at first. I think she was just going through all the motions at first, and then... Sometimes I really wish I didn't have to be like this. You'd rather just be a normal student? Is that odd? It just seems like I've been going non-stop in life, but is this really it? Wouldn't you ever just want to sit down? I sometimes get tired of the soccer team. Heh, I'll trade if you like. I wouldn't give to take off this uniform and put my gloves back on. Are you sure that's ladylike? My father always wanted me to go to a good college, be a doctor or lawyer or something like that. All I ever wanted was to make a career out of boxing, just like he did when he was young. It's surprising how normal fighting felt. In comparison to the student council elections, I'd give anything to... Yeah, I know. I'd like one weekend where I don't have to kick a ball around. Oh, let's just run. Right now. Now you're being odd. Maybe, but that's what normal people do, right? We could go somewhere and just be ourselves. Wouldn't you want that? More than you know. Maybe even more? And then they made a baby. Saw you. That was my first time. They made a baby. Thank you, Kyouji. What would his mini Kyouji be called? Oh, which mini Kyouji? Are you talking about his child or his little friend? Probably... Oh, God. Probably call it something fancy. But thank you, Kyouji. Thank you for telling us. Thank you for telling us a story about how you got laid. I think we're both a bit afraid, but I think that's how it was supposed to be. Kyouji got laid. He and Sayu made a baby. They made a baby.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
Takes me a few moments to realize that Kyouji just described to me how he lost his virginity. As my brain finally catches up, my eyes widen. Oh, that's great. You made a baby. Wait, why did you two break up? The way you described all that, it seemed like you two really clicked. Kyouji looks back down at the table, thumbs fumbling with one another between clenched hands. She really did want to just be normal, but I couldn't provide that for her. Because of soccer? The dog nods and purses his lips for a moment, his hands reorienting themselves flat on the table. It's all I've ever known. Dad beat it into me early on, and it would be foolish to give it up now. I'm not sure I like the way he said that last part, especially not the way his voice dropped to a near whisper. As if sensing my concern, Kyouji suddenly perks up and looks back into my eyes. Between juggling soccer and my job, I'm just doing too much. I don't have time for a girlfriend at the moment. I have to make ends meet before anything else. I paused, staring at Kyouji in surprise. I thought that was just something to do when you couldn't sleep. Kyouji pauses, his breath hitching as if he was about to say something, but caught himself at the last second. There's that too. Long story short, we were both just too busy with our lives, especially when you consider that I'm now training Taro. Glance over at the lion sitting with his mother. He's scrubbing steak sauce from the side of his mouth with a napkin. How long has that been going on? I'm going to make him the best. Either Kyouji misheard me or didn't hear my question because his response isn't an answer. He stares back at Taro with an intensity I can almost feel. Evidently, Taro felt it too, judging by the way his ears perk up. He catches sight of Kyouji, offering a small smile and wave. The dog turns back to me with a smile, snatching a napkin from its dispenser at the far corner of the booth. Kyouji and I continue to talk for a while. It's nice getting the chance to reconnect with one of my old friends in a relaxed environment. The party starts to wind down as we approach 4 p.m. Now that dessert's finished, this is probably a good time to wrap things up. Thank you so much for coming today, guys. It means a lot that you showed up. No problem, kiddo. There's nothing to thank us for, Tono. We're glad to be here. It was a lovely party, Mrs. Tono. Oh, it's nothing! I'm just happy to see so many faces today! The old man emerges around the corner and walks towards Mrs. Tono. I'm glad everyone enjoyed the food. Here's the bill, madam. Oh! She glances down at the paper while Pops returns behind the counter. Is everything alright, Mrs. Tono? Oh, geez. I had a feeling this was going to happen. Mrs. Tono, please. I insist on paying for my meal at least. No! The restaurant goes quiet at her outburst. I mean... Oh, dear. She seems to be on the verge of tears. Why don't we walk over here? Kyouji escorts Mrs. Tono into the lobby. I feel so bad about this. It was nice seeing everyone. Congratulations again on your victory, Sotaro. Shin reaches into his pocket and pulls out some cash, then leaves it on the table. Same. Congratulations. I've got to get back to work soon. Kuya takes some money out of his pocket and places it on the table like Shin did. I'm sorry, Tono. Juichi does the same and places money on the table. Later, Nishimura. Bye, guys. Hey. Don't look so down, man. It was still a great party, wasn't it? I guess so. What should I do? At least the whole group didn't show up, right? On second thought, that was a pretty insensitive thing to say. Stupid! Think before you open your big mouth, hero. It's only just gotten comfortable around me, too. Hope you haven't just jeopardized that. Hero Yuki, you're still here. Yeah, she does. Oh, yeah, I was just talking to Taro. Hey, Mr. Takahara. Did something happen? He turns his head towards the money on the table. I see. Walks up to the pile and picks it up, hiding it away in one of his shirt pockets. It's probably better if Mrs. Tono doesn't see this. Reach into my pocket and pull out some money too. Here, take my share. I don't feel comfortable leaving Mrs. Tono with the whole bill. Sorry. You have nothing to be sorry about, Taro. Don't worry. I'll take care of it. Mr. Takahara. Kyouji claps his hands together and smiles. Thanks again for coming here, Yuki. I know there are a lot of other things you could have done today. It's no problem. I'll take any opportunity to spend time with my friends. You started a game yesterday too, Mr. Nishimura. Yep, I was there. Did you like it? Of course I did. You guys are amazing soccer players. Really? Mm-hmm. I nod my head in agreement. Well, Mr. Takahara and I have another big game coming up on the 16th. That's right. Oh, that's right. Will we see you there, Mr. Nishimura? Of course, you can count on it. Kyouji seems to shake off whatever's bothering him and perks up. Excellent! We'll be sure to put on a good show for you. I'll take that as a promise. Well, it's getting kinda late. I think I'm gonna head home. I don't want my grandparents worrying about me. Alright. Bye, Mr. Nishimura. See you later, Taro. You have everything here under control, Kyouji? Yes. Thank you for your concern. Enjoy your evening, Hero Yuki. Thanks, you too. I give both a big wave as I exit the Raimon and head home. I feel like Mrs. Tono wants to be a fun parent, but can't. Because she's constantly worrying about this, that, and the other thing. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but genuinely, I think she desperately wants to be a fun parent, but simply can't, due to circumstance. I'm going to add something. Just a little reminder. I just need to find it first. Where the fuck is that thing? Under TikTok shit? I really need to clean out this folder. Oh god, I need to clean this out. Why the fuck is Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites in that folder? Oh, right, because of that one video. Yeah, I'm like searching for something. I have a feeling, you all already know what it is. Unfortunately, I can't fucking find it. I am not putting that on there. No, that's insensitive. Never mind, I'm not gonna do it. It's insensitive. Can't say I'll be hungry anytime soon after the lunch I just had. Ugh. Take a deep breath, filling my lungs with the hot Minasato air. Ugh. Sometimes I wonder how nice it would be if I didn't have fur. Glance around the area for a place to get some quick shade. Come on, hero, there's no time to wait! You'll melt like a popsicle at this rate. Up at the bookstore. No, I don't want to be that guy who walks in just to cool off in the nice, cool breeze of the air conditioner. Just relaxing and flipping through some magazines. Not a care in the world. Huh? I'm broken out of my wonderful daydream when I notice a familiar figure turning down the old road. That's definitely Shun, but those clothes. Must have been I never expected to see him wearing a Karigino. He looks rather unhappy. Shun! Shun jolts with surprise as I call out to him. Glanced around for a few moments before noticing me.
Hero?
Break out into a jog as I approach the wolf. Taking a deep breath as I come to a stop in front of him, I give him a wide smile. Hey Shun, you're looking rather formal. The unhappy expression returning to his face, Shun breathes a heavy sigh.
Yeah.
His tail drooping, he glances to the side and adjusts his glasses.
I'm in charge of the shrine tonight, so I won't be able to see the pictures with you guys.
I blink in confusion before realization sets in. I'd almost completely forgotten about that. The unhappy revelation brings my mood down as well. I'm sorry, Shun. He shakes his head and glances back at me, expressionless.
It can't be helped, Hiro. When you see Torihiko and Kunosuke, tell them I'm sorry I couldn't make it.
Shun walks off looking even more depressed. I can't help feeling really bad for him. Last night he seemed to really be looking forward to seeing the pictures. Kunosuke said he wanted to meet us in front of the candy store. I should go there now and explain why Shun can't make it. I take off running, wanting to get to the candy store as quickly as possible. My body cries out in protest, but I ignore it. I was really excited to see those pictures, but without Shun there, it won't be the same. On one hand, Kunosuke will be there, but on the other hand, Shun won't be there. Before long, I arrive at the candy store. Notice Tora and Kunosuke have already arrived. The two of them seem to be having a conversation, but as I approach, they stop talking and wave. Hey, Hiro. It's about time you got here, Hiroyuki. I guess you got lost or something. That must explain why you're late. He gives me a cheeky wink as he says that, but I'm not in the mood for his teasing. No. The grins on my friend's faces fade. I was only joking, Hiroyuki. I shake my head, rubbing at the back of my neck with my left hand. No, it's not that. I bumped into Shun earlier. Remembering our exchange, I breathe out an unhappy sigh. He won't be joining us. He's in charge of watching the shrine. Torihiko and Kunosuke both frown, assaulted by feelings of depression. Damn it! I know exactly how it feels when you're forced to do something you don't want to do. We all stand there in an awkward silence, none of us wanting to do anything without Shun there. Then we could find a way so we could all look at the pictures together. Wait! My sudden outburst seems to startle the others, but I press on regardless. I have an idea. What if we go to the shrine and look at the photos there? That way Shun won't miss out, and he and I can laugh when we destroy you. Torihiko winks at my sudden competitive declaration. Bring it on, Hiro. Kunosuke seems to perk up at this before flashing me a thumbs up. That's a great idea, Hiroyuki. Before we go, we should probably do something important first. I blink, staring at him in confusion, which earns me an exaggerated groan. Snacks, Hiroyuki. Snacks. We can hang out without having something to snack on. Don't you remember the law? Feelings of nostalgia rush through me as I remember the days of my childhood. Konosuke, Torihiko, and I would always have snacks whenever we hung out. Anyway, change of plans. We'll get snacks and then go see Shun. We can look at the photos together at the shrine, okay? I glance over at Torihiko and the two of us exchange a smile and nod. Oh my god. Hiroyuki's two brain cells that are both fighting for third place have finally come together and formed a single thought. Don't worry. Hiroyuki can only have like 3 thoughts a day. He can only think 3 things a day, and most of them are one words. This was the occasional he had a pretty big brain thought moment. His first brain signal, his very first brain signal. So proud. We ended up buying a great deal of snacks as we leave for our next destination, I fight back a big sigh. As fun as this will be, my weight is really going to suffer. Still, it's been a long time since I've had this much fun. After what seems like ages, we arrive at the steps leading to the shrine and begin the long climb. The shade from the tall trees makes this area so much cooler, allowing for our ascent to be much more pleasant. Huh. Notice a familiar figure making its way up the steps. Before I can say anything, he stops and turns back. Oh, hi there, guys! Hey, Nana. How's it going, Nana? As Tora and Konosuke greet our friend, I give him a smile. It's good to see you, Nana. Nana Fusei returns my smile and bows his head. It's good to see you all, too. Heading to the shrine as usual? I nod and glance up to the top of the steps. Yeah, Shun has to watch over the shrine tonight. So we're gonna have the photo viewing there instead. Eyes widening with excitement, Nana Fusei looks up at us, swishing his tail. Wait, is it Nana Fusei or Nana Fusei? I've been saying Nana Fusei, but Nana Fusei feels much more natural to say, so I'm gonna stick with Nana Fusei. Oh, so they're ready? I had such a good time searching for the wonders with you guys last night. Yep, I got them developed earlier today. We fucking love you, Nana. We're gonna hang out with Shun so he isn't left out. Nanafusei's smile widens, the wolf giving a slight nod. That's a great idea! I was going up there to pray, but I think I might join you. I flash him a wide grin and nod. Of course, the more the merrier! The four of us continue up the stairs leading to the shrine. We excitedly chatter about what we expect to see. We arrive at the shrine and glance around. Shun doesn't seem to be anywhere nearby. As I continue to look around, something catches my eye. Guys, maybe he's through there? Point over to a nearby door, and before anyone can react, I move towards it. A few moments later, I pass through the doorway and glance around. Sure enough, Shun is sitting in a Caesar posture, staring out across a small pond. As expected, he's still in a bad mood. Let's see if I can cheer him up. Hey, Shun! Whatever thoughts he had are broken as he jolts, before jumping to his feet and whirling around. As he notices me, his eyes widen.
Hero?
While he looks at me with shock, my other companions arrive.
Konosuke? Torihiko? Nana? What are you guys doing here?
Hiro told us about how you had to manage the shrine, but then he came up with a great idea. Yeah, he suggested we come here with the photos so that you wouldn't be left out. He really can be smart sometimes. Ow! His teasing is rewarded with my elbow in his side and a good-natured glare. Nanafusei shakes his head in amusement, before looking over at Shun with a wide grin. Are you ready? For you, Hiro, and I to kick their butts, Shun? Okay, on one hand, this is fucking scary, because it's a ghost. On one hand, it is fucking terrifying because ghost, but on the other hand, this is so wholesome. A smug grin makes his way to Shun's face and he gives an enthusiastic nod.
You better believe it!
Recovering quickly, Konosuke snickers before reaching into his bag, pulls out a package and rips it open excitedly. I know! He's so this entire moment is so fucking wholesome. All of us kneel down as a tanuki begins to spread the photos over the wooden floorboards. Okay, go ahead, take a few and check them out. Looking over the photos, we aren't able to find anything strange.
Doesn't look like we got anything special.
Honestly, I'd be worried if it really were that simple. Definitely. Darn. Well, even if we didn't get anything good, I still had fun with you guys. The rest of us smile at Nanafusei's words. He always knew the right thing to say. May have been a bit freaky taking these pictures at the time, but it really was good to spend time with each other.
Oh, you guys took a picture of the science room too?
Shun managed to get our attention and I glance at the photo he's holding. My head tilts to the side. Note something seeming a little off about the picture. You didn't take a picture of the mannequin? The smiles fade from their faces as Tor and Konosuke look at me in confusion. Huh? What mannequin? I stare back at the two of them, feeling a little irritated. Stop playing around, guys! You're not gonna fool me! Torihiko glances at me in earnest. Hiro. There is no mannequin. Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Your ass isn't gaslighting me! I blink, glancing over at Shun and Nanafusei for support. The two of them look back at me with confusion. I didn't see anything, but then again the classroom was really dark. I stare over at Shun in disbelief. Shun, you remember, right? It startled me and I took a photo of it. Shun awkwardly rubs the back of his neck.
Hiro, that was your reflection.
Eyes widening at what I'm hearing, I look through the pictures. Finally finding the picture I remember taking, lifting it up to see. Huh? Staring back at my reflection in the picture. Appears as if I'm making a silly face. But it was a mannequin. I'm sure of it! As I continue to gape at the picture, Nanafusei places a hand on my arm. Don't worry about it so much, Hiroyuki. This world is full of strange things. That's what makes it truly wonderful. Can't help but smile at his reassuring words. Placing the photo down, I glance back at him and nod. Yeah, I guess you're right. Suddenly I feel Shun's hand on my shoulder. Turning my attention back to him, I smile.
Thank you for coming here, Hiro. It really means a lot.
I'm taken by surprise as Shun embraces me. Composing myself quickly, I return his embrace, gently patting his back. Couldn't let you miss out, Shun. You were there with us last night. Wouldn't be right to not include you, dude. Shun releases me and glances around at the rest of us, his tail wagging happily behind him.
You guys are the best.
We spend the rest of the afternoon hanging out at the shrine and eating snacks. Close my eyes as a warm breeze blows through my fur. Spending time with my friends. That is what is truly wonderful. R.I.P. Nanafuse. R.I.P. Hello, is Hiroyuki Nishimura available? This is him speaking. Excellent! Good evening, Hiroyuki. It is I, Kyouji. Hey, Kyouji, what's with the late call? Did something happen? I hope nothing bad happened. No, nothing like that. Do you remember the beach trip we discussed at your welcoming party? Oh, yeah, what about it? I've been planning the details with Ushima and Tatsuki, and we've decided on a day. Cool, I'm looking forward to it. There's an awkward silence on the other end of the phone. Ahem. Is tomorrow morning at 6:30 all right with you? Tomorrow? That's pretty short notice, Kyouji. How long did you spend planning that? I'm sorry, it's the only way our schedules matched up. Taro and I have practiced most of next week. Tatsuki has his apprenticeship. Ushima's working at the inn. Juichi has... Okay, Kyouji, I see what you mean. You're the last one I'm checking in with. We wanted it to be a surprise for you, but... Oh, it's definitely a surprise. Well, the whole thing falls apart if you can't make it. His voice goes quiet as he says the last part. Don't worry, Kyouji, I don't have anything important to do. So I'm free tomorrow. Woo! Oh, Ushima said you'd be free, but I wasn't sure. I got word there for a second. Sorry, I just didn't expect it to be so soon. It was meant to be a surprise after all. Hold the fuck up! How far back can we go? Damn it! Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up! Okay, Nanafuse said there was no mannequin. He said there was no mannequin. Oh, you lucky bastard! It was meant to be a surprise after all. You know I'll be there. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I hear a clap on the other end of the line. Excellent! I'll tell the others that it's a sure thing. The excitement in his voice is adorable. It reminds me of when we were younger. Alright, we're meeting at the bus stop at 6:30 a.m. I'm excited. Is there anything you need me to bring? Oh, you don't need to worry about a whole lot. Just bring the essentials like swim trunks, sunblock. Got it. I'll see you tomorrow, Kyouji. Bye, Hiroyuki. Make sure you get plenty of rest. I will. Huh, field trip. I haven't gone on a trip like this with everybody since elementary school. I should start packing now. Let's see. Probably gonna go swimming, so I should bring my swim trunks and sandals. Oh, but what about goggles? Yeah, I can get those cheap at a 100 yen store or something. What about a swim ring or a beach ball? Grandma, my friends just invited me to the beach tomorrow. Do we have any beach balls I can bring? I think your father had one, dear. I don't know where it is, though. If Dad had one, it's probably 10 or 20 years old by now. Don't worry about it then. I'm sure someone else will bring one. Are you sure, dear? Yeah, it's fine. Thanks, Grandma. Ugh, this is such short notice. How am I supposed to prepare for something like this? Hopefully the other guys will pack something extra. Well, that's the best I can do. I should get to bed now if I want to have any chance of waking up in the morning. We're gonna leave off here tonight. Fucking Nanafuse fucking with my saves! I'm not actually mad about it. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.